Hey guys, so today we're looking at the upcoming 2023 Dodge Challenger models. This is the final year of the Dodge Challenger as we know it, on the L platform with the Hemi engines, all these years later after being introduced way back in 2008. 2023 does bring some significant additions to the Challenger, so we'll go over the lineup and see what has changed for the year, looking at things like trim levels, engines and transmissions, the colors, standard features, and also how this car differs from the Charger options. You'll find the video outline on screen, and let's get right into it. Canceling the Challenger hurts because this car is still very popular for the muscle car segment. It's usually sold over 50 to 60,000 units for the past 10 years, and as of September 2022 it's even beating out the Mustang with around 15% more sales. There have been countless improvements and new models both visually and performance wise, with additions like the Redeye, Superstock, and Widebody just to name a few. However, it is still being replaced with a next generation of Dodge vehicles, as Dodge wants to change the platform, and they clearly feel a lot of pressure to get rid of their gas-guzzling V8s and replace them with electric vehicles, already having shown off the Charger Daytona SRT Banshee EV concept vehicle. I will say it still remains unclear if the Challenger will actually return, as there has been no mention of this, and the Charger concept was a two-door, but I can't see them not bringing it back, or it would be another big mistake from the brand. So the first thing to look at is the lineup, and for 2023 there's 10 different models, but with submodels and convertibles, you could count up to 24 models, easily the most offered by Dodge for the Challenger. That includes SXT, SXT all-wheel drive, GT and GT all-wheel drive for the V6 models, and all-wheel drive can only be had with the V6. There's an RT for the 5.7 liter Hemi, and the Scat Pack and Scat Pack Widebody for the 6.4 liter. The SRT Hellcat is available as a regular body, a wide body, and a jailbreak, and the same goes for the SRT Hellcat Redeye. Note that this is different than the Charger, which doesn't get any regular body options for Hellcats, only wide bodies. The final model is the SRT Superstock, which is wide body only and also a Challenger exclusive. It's also the first time that jailbreak is offered here on a regular Hellcat. Also new for late 2022 and 2023 is the option to order your Challenger with a convertible. The drop tops are only available with the Hemis, so that's RT, RT Scat Pack, and all the SRT Hellcat models for an MSRP of $25,999 on top of the price of the car being purchased. So after the car is built at the Brampton plant, it will be shipped to drop top customs instead of directly to the dealership. And once there, the roof is removed, the power soft top is installed, and structural reinforcements are added to prevent chassis flex once the hard top is cut away. After all of that, the car is then shipped to the dealership for delivery. The widebody is now around a $7,000 option to add on to a Scat Pack or Hellcat. It adds 3.5-inch wider fender flares that are integrated into the front and rear fascias, a male slot grille, side sills, 20x11-inch wheels with 305/35 ZR20 Pirelli P0 performance tires, and that's all paired with a Bilstein 3-mode adaptive damping suspension. As for the jailbreak, this was introduced late in 2022, and it's available for the Hellcat and Redeye. This lets you unlock color combinations and choose more feature options that are available than the other models for over 20 categories like seats, wheels, carpets, badges, stripes, brake caliper colors, and more. There are also 4 special edition last call models for this year. The first is the Challenger Shakedown, with 1,000 being made, with 500 in the RT Scat Pack form in Destroyer Grey, and another 500 in RT Scat Pack widebody form in pitch black paint. These get features like the Mopar shaker hood and intake, the shaker decal under the hood, shakedown spoiler graphic and stripe with red accent, red 392 fender graphics, and red 6-piston Brembo brakes. The second is the Swinger, with 1,000 of those based on the RT Scat Pack widebody, available in either F8 green, Sublime green, or white knuckle. Features include Scat Pack and B badges and graphics, Gold School shaker hood, 20x11-inch Gold School wheels with 6-piston black Brembos, and mod grey and wood-like textures with green stitching on the inside. The third model would be the Black Ghost, throwing it back to the Detroit street racing scene of the 1970s, and Godfrey Qualls. This figures to be one of the rarest Challenger Hellcats ever made, with just 300 units produced, based on the Redeye widebody. This model gets pitch black paint, a black gator skin roof vinyl, white rear fender graphics, bright Dodge lettering, 20x11-inch satin carbon warp speed wheels with black 6-piston Brembos, and more. There is also one final Challenger Hellcat that is yet to be revealed. It was supposed to come out at the recent 2022 SEMA show, but apparently the engine kept blowing up during the testing, so that's still TBD. So all in all, we're looking at 2,300 special edition Challengers, plus however many of the last one are made. The interior colors stay the same, so that includes black, black caramel, ruby red, sepia, or demonic red. As for the exterior, just like the Charger, Dodge offers 14 colors for 2023. It's the same number as last year, but they've done some swapping around. They have removed Stinger Yellow, Hell Raisin, Indigo Blue, and Smoke Show, but replaced them with B5 Blue, Destroyer Gray, Sublime, and Plum Crazy, all back after a hiatus. The other colors are all the same. Now we'll spend some time covering the powertrain. Unlike the Charger, the Challenger offers a manual transmission alongside the automatic. Most will come with the TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic though, and there are different variations of this like a heavy-duty version for the Hellcats. The RT, Scat Pack Widebody, and Hellcat have the 6-speed Tremec manual transmission standard, whereas the 8-speed will actually be an upcharge of around $1,500 if you want it. Last year the manual transmission was inexplicably not available for the Hellcats, but Dodge says it is coming back for 2023 for them, so we'll take their word for it. The SXT will start us off here with the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 engine with 303 horsepower and 268 pound-feet of torque, both marginally more than any Charger V6. Performance numbers for the V6s show a 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds and a quarter mile in 14.8 seconds. The next step up is the RT with the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 that has 375 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, again a bump up versus the Charger. That means 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds and the quarter mile in 13.7 seconds. Moving up to the Scat Pack and Scat Pack Widebody, you'll get the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 with 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. The Scat shaves more time off, rated at a 4-second 0 to 60 and 12.3-second quarter mile. And the Hellcats sit on top with several variations. The regular SRT Hellcat has 717 horsepower and 656 pound-feet of torque. The SRT Hellcat Redeye builds on that, using a high-output version of the 6.2-liter Hemi V8. That means a substantial increase to 797 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque, along with the heavy-duty 8 HP90 8-speed automatic and an upgraded torque converter. So the performance times go down to around 3.7 seconds for a 0 to 60 run and 10.9 seconds for the quarter mile. The Charger SRT Hellcat Redeye Jailbreak, as well as the super stock models, will boost output to 807 horsepower with a revised powertrain calibration, while the torque stays at 707. Now you're probably not buying these cars for the gas mileage, but if anyone cares, here's a stat line showing all the various engines offered and their fuel economy ratings in miles per gallon, all displayed city/highway/combined. Now I want to look at some of the various packages offered, because for the Challenger there are a ton available. So we'll start with the Hemi Orange and SRT Black packages, first introduced very late last year. The Hemi Orange pays homage to the Hemi engine, and it's available on the GT rear-wheel drive for $2,995, or the Scat Pack Widebody for $1,500. It comes with black and orange stripes, orange badges and calipers, special wheels, orange interior stitching and seatbacks, and more. The SRT Black package is $695 and reserved for the Hellcats only. This gives a blacked out look with all black badges and exhaust tips. Now both of those were available on the Charger as well, but not what comes next. The Shaker package can be had on the RT and Scat Pack models, and includes the legendary cold air grabbing Mopar Shaker hood, some decals and badges, a black fuel door, Shaker instrument panel badge, and more. This costs around $2,595. The TA package is another popular one that adds visual and performance enhancements to the naturally aspirated V8s, so RT and Scat Packs. This adds a painted satin black hood, satin black wrapped roof and deck lid, 20-inch wheels, satin black spoiler with a TA decal, Mopar cold air intake system, air catcher headlights, and white face gauges with gloss black cluster trim rings. And the cost here is $4,000. Last but definitely not least, there's the $4,000 1320 package, available only on the Scat Pack regular body. This car can achieve a quarter mile in 11.7 seconds at 115 miles per hour, making it the fastest naturally aspirated street legal muscle car available, as it comes with the 6.4-liter Hemi V8. Drag specific features here include the trans brake and torque reserve features, next-gen drag spec 275/40 R20 street legal drag radials, driver's seat only standard configuration, performance tuned asymmetrical limited slip differential with a 3.09 final drive, extreme duty 41 spline rear half axle shafts, line lock, launch assist, and more. The last thing to talk about today would be some standard features on the best Challenger, the Superstock. I don't have concrete production numbers, but apparently these are extremely hard to find, as I've heard just 200 were made for the first year in 2020. That's a lot less than any other Challenger, including even the Demon or the Black Ghost. The Superstock is the world's quickest and most powerful muscle car, able to hit a 0 to 60 in 3.25 seconds, and the quarter mile in 10.5 seconds at 131 miles per hour. As we mentioned, it has the high output 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi with 807 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. Because it's so drag focused, the Superstock gets lightweight 18 by 11 inch low gloss granite wheels with sticky 315/40 R18 Nitto NT05R drag radials, which were the same tires found on the Demon. The bigger and heavier 6-piston Brembos and 15.4 inch front rotors on the Hellcats have been replaced with lighter 4-piston calipers and smaller 14.2 inch discs. The Bilstein adaptive damping suspension has been tuned for drag racing to shift as much weight as possible to the rear tires when launching, and there's a new track mode. And other standard SRT race options include line lock, launch control, power chiller, race cooldown, and torque reserve, all standard. Finally, here's a few slides showing the recap of the 2023 changes, as well as differences from the Charger lineup. So that's it guys, what do you think of the 2023 Dodge Challenger? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching, make sure to like, subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you in the next video.